Today's video we start with a hydration chart. Am I hydrated? Aim for clear urine at least 10 times a day. Eat a diet rich in fresh fruits and vegetables. Drink a quart of water before meals. Thank you.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? Doing a quick video today, and today we're going to be talking about some quick, easy tips that will help you reduce your sodium intake. So, tip number 1, replace salt with herbs and spices. Easy, plus you're adding plenty of flavor to your food if you're cooking. Works out really well. Tip number 2, now for sauces, if you're going to be using sauces, salsas, anything like that, like pasta sauce for instance, or any kind of salsa, it's actually better to make them yourself. A lot of people don't do this for some reason, and I'm not sure why. It's very easy to make. Pasta sauce in particular is incredibly easy to make. It's really just a few ingredients. You can make it raw, which I do quite a bit of the time, or you can also cook it, which is also really, really good. And it doesn't take much time at all. A little bit of prep time for chopping the stuff up, but that's about it. I mean, if you are going to cook it, just throw it on the stove, leave it there for, however long you want to cook it, and then you're good to go. And same thing with salsas. So salsas, again, it's just a few basic ingredients. Now you can get complicated, but if you just want the basic stuff, you're only looking at like 5 ingredients. Just chop it up. If you want to process it a little further and make it a little more watery, you can do that as well, or you can keep it like a thicker salsa. But again, it's easier, and you're definitely cutting out a lot of the sodium there. In terms of things like soy sauces or any kind of sauce that you're going to be putting on rice or potatoes, things like that, I actually always cut them with water. So let's take soy sauce for instance. So I just got back from the Asian market, and I got this organic, low sodium soy sauce here. So the sodium content in that is about 400 milligrams per serving. Now I actually cut it with water, and I do half soy sauce, half water. So I'm cutting that down to about 200. So that's pretty manageable. Even if I have, 2 or even 3 servings, that's still not so bad. And tip number 3. Tip number 3 is if you're eating something like rice, for instance, don't ever eat it plain. If you're going to eat it plain, you're going to end up dumping a bunch of sauce on there. So always add something like steamed vegetables on top that you can eat with the rice. That way you're getting other flavors other than just the rice itself. Makes it much more enjoyable, and you'll use a lot less sauce, therefore decreasing your sodium intake. Tip number 4 would be never cook with salt. If you really want salt, add some on top after it. If you're cooking, add some on top after it's done cooking. Don't actually add it in there while you're cooking it. And the final tip is, if you are craving salt, eat something that's naturally salty, like celery for instance, or different kinds of greens or vegetables. Things like Swiss and red chard are pretty salty. In fact, if you eat them, they're actually really salty. So if you like that, if you like salty foods, I definitely recommend steaming up some Swiss chard. It's definitely a really good salty snack, but it's naturally salty, and highly recommend it. Anyway, this was just a quick video here. So post your comments and questions down below. What do you do to reduce your sodium intake? What tips do you have to give people? Post them down below, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.